1 hour later.
So I showed you how it was raining outside heavily, and if you can see, it has flooded our backyard completely. It went inside the house, and in the basement there is around 15 centimeters of water, completely submerged basically. Rain has stopped. Well, it's still raining, but not as hard as before. Well, you cannot see nothing now, but yeah, the whole street was flooded. And when the street is flooded, when the cars are going by, they are flooding more water, they are pushing more water into our yard. Well, you cannot see anything, it's so dark, but yeah, it's around now. So before it was 10 centimeters more, it was more water, you know, it was basically pouring in from the ground level. Yeah, fun times. And this has happened now twice in my life. The second time in my life, twice already. And tomorrow we will assess the damage. I managed to save most of my books, but yes, some are gone. So that's it. So it's Thursday noon. Aftermath, well, it's already quite clean. So let's talk what happened yesterday, so Wednesday evening. I don't know when I will post this video. So basically, as you can see, it's about 10 centimeters, and through all of these windows water was pouring in. So we put, you know, these boards, panels or whatever, but you cannot put them close, you know, due to the stonework. And here basically, when I made the video, when I was walking, it was 10-15 centimeters of water here. And the main problem is, so I don't know how perspective you can get from the video, but basically this is the high point on this part of the road, and there is the low point in this part of the road, which means basically drainage is there, and there, and of course here and there and one there. But it was so much rain, as you could see in the video, the first one, it basically, there was half a meter of water on that side, and every time that the car or bus or whatever truck drove by, it would push water, you know, make a wave of it, and it would go past the pavement, which is a bit, you know, little bit incline up, but, and it would then pour to our yard. So we have another drain here, another there, and one more there. But there was so much water here that none were working, you know, they couldn't handle the quantity of the water. And then the most problematic part of the architecture is this. So the back entrance, the entrance to the basement, and as you can see, to where the water was. So basically 10 centimeters above the ground level. So basically this was pool. And of course, because we have, you know, cinder blocks, well, everything was situated here, water was here. And you know, Liza's toys that are usually here, this morning we found them all across the backyard. Couple of them even made it into the dog shed where now the Fluffy is staying. But yeah, yesterday Lil Sis basically took him up to our floor, so because you know he could drown, and literally his toilet, you know, was floating around, and the power of water was such immense that, as you can see, it broke Liza's pool. And of course then water was rushing down here and inside, and then it also started to pouring through this window. This window is the lowest from all the windows in the house. And basically the raining started at 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday night. So Lil Sis, we were home alone, and she said, do you hear rain? I said, no, I don't hear anything. Then I went out, opened the window, and I saw it's raining quite heavily. So I said, okay, let's go back. I took my phone. I said I will make a video for you how much it's raining. And then I noticed that there was, you know, almost half a meter water already on the other side. And then I realized if there is so much water on that side, that means it will come here. And then Lil Sis went down to the basement to see. And when she, so this is basically, you know, paper, cardboard, paper, everything that was inside. So fortunately for me, I haven't lost any books. I was lucky that we managed to carry them upstairs to the stairs, to the stairwell, but I lost this computer. So, and of course some furniture, some pieces of furniture were destroyed, and yeah, there are still some more paper, wet cardboard, so forth. And okay, so at 8:30 it started to rain. About 8:45 it started to pour in, and about 9:15 it started to pour through the windows and here in the front, the main gate. So we made basically a makeshift barrier here from the, with, you know, wood. So to stop, well, we couldn't stop, but we could minimize how much it went here. So basically here it was to the level of here, to the basically half of the second stair. So here it was completely submerged on the basic level and up here. And here in this, as you can see where it was, so it come basically pouring here, here it went, but on this side it was only here basically. But yeah, so another fun day. But I was up until what, 2 in the morning, cleaning and, you know, removing water. Then I think I managed to fall asleep at around 4. At 7 we were up, went for a walk with Liza. Then from, so as you can see, still a lot to be cleaned. But yeah, that's it. Another fun day. So yeah, from 8 until what, noon today, I was removing here. I had books there. Basically, whole this section was books. So all this was. So I managed to save the books already yesterday, but I had several stacks of magazines, you know, and I lost, I think, 6 boxes, and then I basically just decided I will just throw all of the magazines away. So yeah, still a couple of days of cleaning ahead of us, but yeah, this is the second time in my life that such flood happened. And they basically, today they released, there were 88 liters per square meter. It has fallen during 1 hour, that most critical hour. So it was raining between, I think, 8:30 and 10. So between 8:30 and 9:30 it was the heavy rain, and then it was basically subsided. And yeah, and in the last 160 years, since they are keeping meteorological data for Ljubljana, this was the worst situation in all this period. And there was even one area of Slovenia located in northeastern part, which basically got 96 liters per square meter in 1 hour, and that was even worse. So yeah, luckily Mom's store survived better. There were no flooding at her store, but the neighboring store had about 3 to 5 centimeters of water, and the store across her had around 10 to 15 centimeters. 3 to 5 centimeters of water and 10 to 15 centimeters of water. Yeah, but so basically whole Ljubljana was flooded. So all underpasses, the highway ring around Ljubljana, the northern part, there were a half of meter of water on there. It flooded our government building, our National Assembly, couple of theaters, main railway station, the underpass of railway station, what else? Underpass, all underpasses here, under the bridges and so forth, everything was covered. Also our main hospital was flooded. So yeah, it was pretty rough night. Hopefully there will be no more rain, and we are not expecting any more such rain in the near future. Well, hopefully. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye. And yeah, I forgot to mention that volunteer firefighters came to help. So they brought a pump to drain the basement. So as I said, around 10 the water started to dissipate here, that drain over there started to work. and so they just brought the line through the window into there, and they were here about 1 hour. And yeah, so thank God for them. They were even not our local firefighters, but because of the extreme conditions, they mobilized, civil defense mobilized the firefighters from the whole Ljubljana region. There were about 500 flooded buildings. So and even still today, so what is 12 hours after the event, they are still working to help the others. So yeah. And what Liza during the event, she was upstairs on our floor waiting. She was a good girl. About midnight 1, when all the water drained around the house, she was let outside, you know, and yeah, she was pretty you know, calm during the whole situation. So fortunately we didn't have to deal with her also. So yeah. And Fluffy, so the rabbit, is still upstairs because, you know, his house, the dog house, is still too damp for him to be there. So yeah, that's it. And we're just outside the house, just to show you where was the water line. You can clearly see where it came, you know. And also on the other side, you can see just past those boulders, half a meter to a meter. So yeah, from here to there. So Mom could, when she came back after it started to rain, she couldn't, because we put barriers by the front gate, so the car front gate, she couldn't get in, so she parked across the street there by that what is gray car, and when she stepped out of her car onto the, you know, to cross the street, it was immediately half a meter of water to her knees. So yeah, and as you can see here, the water reached basically just on the pavement, but on our side it was much higher, because as I said before, the low point is there of this part of the street road.